everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a yay or nay video for Super Mario Odyssey. Now this is, I don't know, the third or fourth video I've done in this series of Nintendo announcement videos, and this is one of the videos that, or one of the games I should say, that a lot of people were expecting to see, because when the NS trailer first came out, we got a quick glimpse at Splatoon, we got a quick glimpse at Mario, we got a quick glimpse at Mario Kart 8. And so there's a lot of speculation. The one thing that everyone was kind of sure about was Super Mario. It was like, alright, Splatoon, that could be a remake of the first game where it just has a couple of cool new things to it. Mario Kart 8, that could just be a slightly updated version of Mario Kart 8, which that turned out to be an updated version. Splatoon fortunately turned out to be a brand new Splatoon 2 video game as well, which I'm happy about for sure. But everyone knew that this was going to be a new game. Was it going to be Mario Galaxy 3? Was it going to be something else? And we get Super Mario Odyssey, and it is not, I don't think it's what anyone expected, especially with the real world stuff, where it's like, holy crap, this is Mario with normal people. And now Mario doesn't seem like a normal human from just within the world. He seems like someone from the actual Mushroom Kingdom now, and it's kind of funny thinking about that, where he's running around, he's shorter than the other people. So I thought that was very interesting. But it's a brand new game. It's almost like an actual galaxy, like you're going to different locations. It'll be interesting to see how they do it within the story, if he's going to different planets, or if he's going to, this is like the Mushroom Kingdom is literally on Earth, or that sort of thing. It's just in a different section that we've never seen before. And so he goes to like New York. It's actually called like I think it's called like Donkey Kong City or something like that. It's actually based off of Donkey Kong, and the streets are like it's like Dixie Street and stuff like that. I just found that out before doing this video. I was like, oh, that's cool. So it's kind of like a New York City, but it's based off of Donkey Kong, which I think might be because of King Kong. It's like, oh, let's have the New York-based place be based off of Donkey Kong. So I thought that was cool when I actually heard it. But of course, I have my little list here as to what really caught my attention in this. The first thing I thought of with the whole real-world aspect was it made me think of Sonic 06, just because it's this character we never see within the real world, in the real world. And they kind of did that, of course, a long time ago with Sonic, with even Sonic Adventure 2, because he's like, going down the road and he's like knocking cars out of the way off of a effing snowboard somehow. But Sonic 06 is when it really happened, and it's like, it was different than with, like Sonic Adventure, even though that's when it first happened. It's like Sonic 06 is the one that people really talk about. Like, he was really talking with people the whole time. And that's kind of what I felt when I saw this. Like, man, this is weird. He's with like actual people. But it still looks really good. I love the visuals for it. I love the stylistic differences, because we have like the New York style cityscape, and then you go to the part that's somewhat inspired by like South American countries, and it's very vibrant colors. It's almost like neon, like Play-Doh style colors, and it's very bright. And I was like, I love that look. And then you have like the forest levels where it's dark and it's somewhat realistic like the cityscape, but with it being trees and stuff, it's still a very different artistic style. I was like, I love that idea, where some parts can look very realistic, some parts can look realistic but still are, pseudo-artistic and kind of a nice blend, and then some parts can just be like very, avant-garde sort of art, where it's just like really out there, like cubism type stuff, and it's just boom, colors and different shapes and stuff like that. So I was like, I like how it can be realistic, but then it's just like, this is Mario, let's go nuts with it and have beautiful, bright, neon, nearly blinding colors, and it still looks really great. So I love that for sure. Sadly, the release date is somewhere in, towards holidays. I'm assuming holidays, but later this year. We have the ability to throw the hat as a weapon, which I thought was really cool. And you can also jump on the hat because it floats in the air for a quick second. So I thought that was an amazing new little thing. Fancy Bowser, I put in parentheses too cool, because he had a white top hat and a whole outfit, and I was just like, that's freaking sweet. The hat has eyes because it is alive. I of course have 3 exclamation points for that, so I'm curious how that's going to play into the story. It's a sandbox world, they mentioned, so you'll be able to run around and do everything you want to, just right off the top. Some locations might be blocked off if they do decide to do sort of a Metroidvania type of thing with Mario. But it'll be interesting to see. Take it back to Mario 64, stuff like that. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. They've done some great things with the open world style, open world esque games for Mario lately. Super Mario 3D Worlds is really, really fun. I haven't beaten that game, mostly because I want to play it with other people because it's so fun for players. But that's a fun game. And then, of course, the Galaxy games are really good as well. And this is just like an amazing new step for it. So I really can't wait to see what they do with that. I mentioned the mix of visuals and stuff, the realistic, and then what I put here is neon putty-like world. That's what I specifically put in parentheses. So ultimately, I love this. I don't know. I can't definitely say I'll buy this game, but based off of what I've seen, I might end up picking this one up. I haven't bought a Mario game in quite a long time. I have Super Mario 3D Worlds because I happened to get it for free. When I bought my Wii U, it was already downloaded on there, that Nintendo World. So I love that game. Like, I remember playing the demo before I owned the game. I was like, this is a really fun game. I just didn't think I'd ever buy it because I just don't really play Mario games like that anymore. As fun as they are, I just don't buy them. And so I'm like really torn with this one because it's like, man, it seems like they're taking that, what I loved about 3D Worlds and Galaxy, and they're like kicking that to 1,000,000. Where it's like, yeah, sure, we have that, but it's not just in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's here in the pseudo real world, and it's here as well in old school Mushroom Kingdom style. And then we have this inspired by this culture, and this inspired by the forest, and who knows what else. They had the Egyptian style level where he was riding a lion and stuff. So it's kind of like, man, they're taking the best elements of those games and then throwing in even greater elements on top of them to make a brand new game. So I don't know, this one I think has got to be more excited than any of the other games have in quite a while. Like, I was a bit excited for 3D Worlds because I thought it was cool that they were bringing back the Super Mario Brothers 2 sort of thing, where it's like you get Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, and they all have their traits and stuff. And I was like, that's awesome, and that's why I was so excited when that came out. And while this does go back to just Mario, at least I'm assuming, especially considering Peach gets kidnapped, I'm still excited for it, considering all the changes that they seem to have added, the sandbox open world style of gameplay. Very curious how that's going to affect the story, and with it being sandbox style, how big should we expect these worlds to be? Have we seen all the worlds, or most of them at least? I'm sure there's like one final, Bowser-like world that you have to go through, but we got the New York level. We have what a lot of people consider, like the South American inspired level, which I believe is the same as the Neon Putty World. I think it was just a different section of it. If not, we have what I call the Neon Putty World, and then the Egyptian level and the forest. So if the two levels I mentioned aren't the same, that's 5 separate levels. So that seems like it would be fairly expansive. But with the whole game being sandbox, I would assume you can jump back and forth whenever you want to. So it's something we really have to wait and see. But admittedly, I think this is the most excited I've been for a Mario game in quite a while. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Mario Kart. I've never bought any of the Mario Kart games. The only one I really play, admittedly, is Super Mario Kart because I still have it on Super Nintendo. If my friends have Mario Kart, I play it, but I definitely prefer to play like Smash Brothers over Mario Kart. Like, all the time, I would always choose Smash Brothers because I'm just not that big a fan of Mario Kart. And then, like I said, like the Super Mario World like games, I always think they look cool, but they never like really blow my mind. And I think this is definitely the closest one to like, yeah, I'm loving every single thing that I'm seeing about it. So I'm really, really close to a yay. But I just don't want to say it. I'm so close to it, and it just depends. If I see more and more, we'll see what happens. And I guess actually the last Mario game I was super excited for was 3D Maker. I was actually super amped for that, and I just never ended up buying that one either. Like, and I really wanted to get that. I just didn't have the money. It's the only reason I didn't buy it. And then after a while, I was like, I don't really need it. So we'll see what happens with this one. But I am super excited for it. Just waiting to see a little bit more from it to be 100% yay on it as to whether I'm going to buy this game. If it was gifted to me, I would be ecstatic because, like I said, this one, it just looks great. I was like, this, they're adding some new elements here that I'm loving. The new just ideas of Mario being in like the real world. It's just, I just want to experience that. Admittedly, like that's so crazy to me. I just want to play that just for the idea of it. So really close to a yay, like basically there. I'm just gonna say I'm basically a yay, but I definitely know yay or nay from you guys. So please comment below. Let me know what you thought about the announcement for this game, your favorite parts from the trailers, your least favorite parts from the trailers. Like I said, I want to know if you're gonna buy it. Will you get it the day it releases? Will you just wait? Considering it's the holidays, will you just be like, if I get it for Christmas, I get it. If not, whatever. Like, how amped are you, um, for this game? Because I definitely want to know. So please comment below, let me know, and thanks for watching.